Hey, what's going on guys? It's me Blaine Gamer and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be continuing What If Ash Woke Up Early. This is part 2 everyone, so let's get started. After reaching Cinnabar Island and trying their best to solve a riddle, Ash challenged Blaine for his 7th badge. Blaine starts off with Ninetales and Ash sends out Mankey. Ninetales is too fast for Mankey to hit, but Mankey chased Ninetales around. After getting hit a lot, he uses Mega Punch to hit Ninetales, but Ninetales retaliates with Flamethrower. After this, it uses Fire Spin to lower Mankey's health, but was able to pull through and do a Mega Kick to the sky and then follow up with a Seismic Toss, knocking out Ninetales. Blaine sends out Rhydon and finish a weakened Mankey. Ash sends out Beedrill and starts to attack Rhydon, but most of Beedrill's moves don't affect Rhydon except for Drill Run. When Blaine orders Rhydon to use Mega Horn, Ash, knowing this is his chance, tells Beedrill to use Drill Run. Both attacks collide and results in a double knockout. They both send out their last Pokemon. Blaine sent out Magmar while Ash uses Charmeleon. Charmeleon tries his best to damage Magmar, but Magmar is too powerful and a single Fire Punch took out Charmeleon. Blaine tells Ash to train hard and he can challenge him again anytime when he's ready. Ash and Brock headed to heal the team. Some of Ash's Pokemon are sad or not in a good mood. To it, Brock and Ash tells the team they need to train hard and there's a lot of days before the league starts, so they have a lot of time to train, which made the entire team in a good spirit. After eating, Ash asks Professor Oak if he can transfer Beedrill for Rhyhorn. After he got Rhyhorn, they begin to train. Togepi, after witnessing Ash battle and training, started to show interest in battle but still can't train since it's, well, a baby. Ash would train all of his Pokemon but mainly Charmeleon, Mankey, and Rhyhorn to use in the gym. One day during training, a karate trainer challenged Ash's Mankey against his Machoke. Mankey, after getting defeated by a Machoke, wants Ash to battle him. Ash accepts and battles the trainer's Machoke. Mankey using his size and speed to damage Machoke with a lot of attacks, but Machoke uses Mach Punch in close combat, Mankey to the ground. Mankey, being mad and frustrated he's going to lose again, started to glow and evolved into Primeape. With his new power and rejuvenated strength, defeated Machoke in a battle. Ash is happy his Mankey evolves and thanks his opponent for the battle. He continues his training. It's time for his rematch against Blaine. They headed to the gym, ready for his second round. He sent out Primeape against Ninetales. This battle won't be as hard as since Primeape is stronger before now. After a Mega Punch slam to the floor, Ninetales is down. Up next is Rhydon, and Ash switches Primeape to rest and sent out Rhyhorn. This battle's a bit one-sided, but after taking a lot of horn attacks, taking out Rhyhorn but also KOing itself. Last is Magmar and Charmeleon, and Ash tells Charmeleon to use Metal Claw, but Magmar isn't faced by this Fire Punch Charmeleon, but he encountered it with Metal Claw. They go back and forth using Flamethrower and other moves until Magmar uses Fire Spin to trap Charmeleon. Ash knows he's defeated but then sees Charmeleon not giving up and started to glow. The Fire Spin dispersed and Charmeleon evolves into Charizard. Ash, knowing Charizard has a new move, he commands to use Wing Attack, dealing a critical hit to Magmar. But then suddenly, Magmar grabbed Charizard's back and started to damage Charizard by its futile. Charizard rose to the sky and spins so fast to make Magmar dizzy, and tossing him up, slamming him to the ground with a Metal Claw, KOing Magmar. Ash wins his 7th badge, and Ash and Brock leave Cinnabar Island and headed to Viridian City for Ash's last badge. But before heading there, they encounter a Mr. Mime. Ash too catches Mr. Mime and sends it to his mom. Since Misty isn't here, no mermaid episode. So we head to Viridian City. Since without Team Rocket being the ones to stalk Ash, Giovanni would leave random grunts to his gym, and he's busy with some business. We go to the battle. Golem was taken out by Rhyhorn, then gets defeated by Machamp. Then Pidgeotto uses Wing Attack and defeated Machamp, but Kingler KO Pidgeotto with its big claw. Bulbasaur tries his best using Razor Leap and Vine Whip, but Kingler is weakened by this, but damage Bulbasaur in the process. Ash tells Bulbasaur to use Solar Beam. While charging up, something happened to Bulbasaur. He started to glow and evolves into Ivysaur, releasing the Solar Beam to one-hit KO Kingler, giving Ash his last badge. The duo reaches Pallet Town and headed to Professor Oak's lab, and Ash meets Gary again. They talk and Gary shows off Ash that he's already took all the gyms and he's stronger than him, as usual. Ash challenged Gary to a battle and he accepts. Outside of the lab, they start to send out their Pokemon. Since Team Rocket isn't here, they don't have to stop the battle. So this is Ash and Gary's first battle. Gary sent out Fearow while Ash sent out Pidgeotto. This battle takes it up to the air, where Fearow lands up attacks to Pidgeotto, also trying its best to damage Fearow. The two birds clash with Aerial Ace and Wing Attack. Pidgeotto is able to catch Fearow off guard and sending Fearow to the ground and finishing it off with Hurricane. Next is Arcanine, using Flamethrower and a Bite to KO or weaken Pidgeotto. Ash sent out Primeape. Arcanine is fast, hitting Primeape everywhere, but until Arcanine tries to beat Primeape, it uses Mega Kick and sending Arcanine to the air. Seeing its chance, Primeape uses Seismic Toss, knocking out Arcanine. Gary sends out Blastoise and proceeds to one-shot Primeape. Charizard was sent out next. The two had a very intense battle. Charizard using Metal Claw while dodging Hydro Pumps. Luckily, Charizard isn't out yet, but this isn't Johto, so he did his best, but one Hydro Pump got him and Skull Bash knocked him out. Ash sends out Tauros. He switches Togepi for him. Where's Togepi? Just watching the battle. Tauros using its speed and power charges uses Takedown and then Fissure, taking out Blastoise. Up next is Krabby. Tauros got defeated by Krabby with Bubble Beam and Water Gun. Ivysaur was sent out and proceed to sweep Gary's Krabby. And then now Gary sent out Dodrio. He's second to last. Ivysaur did his best, Razor Leaf, Vine Whip, and tried to use Poison Powder, but he missed. Dodrio counters it with Aerial Ace. Ivysaur begins the charge of Solar Beam, but Dodrio uses Aerial Ace and Drill Peck to KO Ivysaur. Rhyhorn is Ash's last Pokemon. Rhyhorn uses Takedown but miss. Dodrio go close to Aerials, but Rhyhorn uses Rock Slide to heavily damage Dodrio and uses Takedown to finish it off. Gary uses his last Nidoking. This battle at first was one-sided because Nidoking is in the final evolved form, while Rhyhorn is still at its first. Nidoking blitzed Rhyhorn using Mega Punch, Poison Sting, and Mega Horn. But before Gary was about to command Nidoking to finish it off, Rhyhorn started to stand and with determination to win, evolves into Rhydon. Now it's equal. Blow to blow, Rhydon uses Earthquake, dealing a lot of damage to Nidoking, also uses Earthquake. They both are in low health, but they clash with their horn and both landed their takedowns and Mega Horn. They look at each other, both seemingly fainted. But in a small second, Rhydon fainted before Nidoking. And Gary wins, technically. He started to show up to Ash that he beat him. But in his mind, he said to himself that he almost lost to Ash. Ash congratulates his entire team that they did a good job. After being motivated of almost winning against Gary, so a few days have passed. Every day, he rests and trains all of his Pokemon. Whenever one of them or some of them get tired, he rotates around them whenever they get tired, giving them the chance to rest. By the way, since Gary almost lost, he would have trained seriously as well. Ash and Brock travel to Seaform Island to continue training and helping out a scientist with Slowbro evolution. We see Ash in a mountain grass field and Brock preparing lunch Togepi doing some light training, getting a lot of influence for battle. While waiting for lunch, Ash was challenged by a trainer and defeats him with Ivysaur, Primeape, and Charizard. After that's dealt with, they enjoy lunch until a Dragonite swoops in and gives Ash a letter to challenge a very powerful Pokemon trainer. This goes the same until they need a boat. They use all their flying Pokemon and barely make it to New Island. Everything goes the same until Charizard fights his clone. This battle lasted longer, and at first Mewtwo was concerned that his clone might get defeated, but as his Charizard was taken out by its tired clone. After this, Mewtwo proceeds to steal everyone's Pokemon. The entire movie goes the same, Charizard having Pikachu's role and Ash still dies and got revived by everyone and gets mind wiped. After a few days of training, Ash and Brock headed to Indigo Plateau or the Indigo League. While going to the league, Ash continues to train his Pokemon and Krabby suddenly evolves into Kingler. The day of the league starts. The first match goes the same, but this time it's easier since Krabby is now Kingler now. So you could say it's an easy sweep in Mandy's team. After the battle, everything goes the same. Ash and Brock resting and more training for his Pokemon too. The second battle is in the Stone Arena. Unfortunately, it only shows the last Pokemon for both trainers, so the opponent has Nidorino. Ash uses Tauros. Tauros begins charge using his takedown, defeating Nidorino. While that's happening, Gary doesn't lose to Melissa this time because he trained more because of his battle with Ash. Next up, on the third battle, it is in the Ice Arena. Unfortunately, again, only shows both trainers' last two Pokemon. Ash uses Beedrill and Charizard while his opponent, Pete Pelberman, a very unique name I should say myself. Ash, so he has Cloyster and Arcanine. Too bad for him, his opponent both can fly and one could breathe fire first. So Beedrill was first against Cloyster. At first, Beedrill isn't able to damage Cloyster due to its hiding inside its shell and attack. But luckily, he knows Drill Run, so he drill Cloyster and painting in the process. Arcanine shows up and takes out Beedrill with one flamethrower. Charizard is up next, flies up, melt the ice stadium. When Arcanine proceeds to pounce on Charizard, he grabs him and throws him to the water, winning Ash to the next round. Next is the fourth battle, Ash vs Jeanette. Ash has Mach, Ivysaur, and Pidgeotto. Jeanette has Beedrill, Scyther, and Bellsprout, which for some reason it's very powerful. In the grass arena, Jeanette sends out her Scyther. Ash uses Ivysaur. Their battle goes the same but quicker. Next is Beedrill. Ash switches to Mach. Beedrill uses Poison Jab but got stuck in Mach's sticky body and got body slam in the process. She sent out her OP Bellsprout. Ash switches to Ivysaur and he did his best than in canon but got defeated by it. Ash sends out Pidgeottos so Mach could rest and be saved. Pidgeotto struggles a bit since his opponent is very fast and somehow strong. How? But after a few hits from Bellsprout, Pidgeotto starts to glow and evolves into Pidgeot, using his new speed and takes out Bellsprout with a Sky Attack. After the battle, Ash meets up with Richie who has a Pikachu. Because of this, finally, for so long, Team Rocket, the wonderful clumsy 3, goes after them in the league. Their confrontation goes the same but it's more faster since Charizard stopped their balloon. After that, Ash and Richie realize that they're going to be the first one to fight in the next round. The day has come for their fight, and Ash would use Pidgeot, Charizard, and Rhydon, while Richie uses Happy the Butterfree, Zippo the Charmander, and Sparky the Pikachu. No arena this time, but for some reason with special conditions, sleeping counts as a KO and retrieving a Pokemon counts as a KO. Kinda seems unfair. Richie starts off with Happy while Ash uses Pidgeot. Happy tries to sleep powder Pidgeot but gets countered by its Hurricane, sending it back, causing a KO. Next is Sparky. This took a while since Pidgeot is faster than Sparky, but Sparky could aim and uses agility to boost, and 2 Thunderbolts later, Pidgeot is out. Charizard was sent out. This is unfair a bit. Charizard proceeds to destroy, even it's a disadvantage. After a Flamethrower Metal Claw, Sparky is out. Richie's last Pokemon is Zippo, and Charizard uses Flamethrower to chase Zippy around, and Richie calls back Zippo. Ash wins against Richie this time. Richie congratulates Ash for winning, and after being asked what he'll do now, he'll say he's going to compete in the Johto League. Now, almost to the semi-finals. Ash's next opponent is Asunta. We had a hard time finding it, by the way. Her team, basically. She has her Pokemon are Rhydon, Venomoth, Ivysaur, and either a Tentacool or Spearow. Since we don't know her full team, we're just gonna say that Ash wins but with some struggle. Next is Ash's technically final battle, well, sort of, is Gary. His Pokemon are still the same, sending out Blastoise and Ash Charizard. This time, it's not easy for Blastoise. Charizard uses Metal Claw directly hitting Blastoise but gets Hydro Pump in the process. Charizard, after being hit, gets up and uses Flamethrower, then a Slash. Blastoise uses Skull Bash and Aqua Tail. Both Pokemon are tired, but they use their moves Skull Bash and Metal both connects and the clash for a bit. This results in a double knockout. They retrieve them back and both send out Nidoking while Ash sends out Pidgeot. Nidoking uses Poison Sting but Pidgeot dodges it, hitting Nidoking with Hurricane. Nidoking using Hyper Beam hitting Pidgeot, damaging it but has an opening. Pidgeot uses Sky Attack, giving a lot of damage but Nidoking recharge and grab Pidgeot's leg and slam him to the ground, finishing it off with Hornbill. Ash uses Primeape and with Mach Punch and Mega Punch defeating the weakened Nidoking. Gary sends out Fearow. Primeape uses what Nidoking did to Pidgeot and combo it with Mega Kick but was taken out by Aerial Ace and Pluck. Next was unexpected. Ash sends out Beedrill. He's able to poison Fearow with Poison Jab and use Sludge Bomb to finish it off Fearow. Arcanine was sent out and destroyed Beedrill with one Fire Blast. Rhydon is next, uses Rock Slide but Arcanine was too fast and Extreme Speed hit Rhydon, but this is what Ash wanted. He tells Rhydon to grab Arcanine and use Rock Slide. Gary tries to break free. Arcanine is greeted by Rock Slide. Rhydon uses Earth Power to KO Arcanine. Gary sends out Krabby and sweep Rhydon, evolving in the process. Ash uses his last Pokemon, Ivysaur. He has some trouble since Kingler uses a lot long-range moves. It's not very effective, but it's keeping Ivysaur from attacking. But Ivysaur pulls through, dealing a lot of damage by a Razor Leaf Tornado and Vine Whip to spin Kingler until it faints. Gary's last Pokemon is Dodrio. Ivysaur did his best, but Dodrio is too fast. Plus, it's a flying type moves doing a lot. Ivysaur lands Leech Seed to drain its health, but in the end, Dodrio defeats Ivysaur with a Tri-Attack Aerial Ace combo. Ash ultimately loses to Gary and gets 3rd place, but this time he doesn't get depressed. He got a higher rank this time. Gary, we don't know if he's gonna win since we don't know the guy who won the league and his team, so we're just gonna say Gary lost and reached 2nd place in the league. This time in the party. Okay, so after that, Ash and Brock return to Pallet Town where they celebrate for both Ash and Gary's places in their battle in the league. This time the party isn't interrupted by the Marvelous Tree. While the celebration is happening, Ash and Brock are called upon by Professor Oak, which asks them for a favor to get a very special Pokeball in the Orange Archipelago. They agree to the favor and set off to the Orange Island, and their journey continues. And that is where we're gonna be leaving things for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Sorry for a very late response, but I have an exam and I was trying to rest, but it's okay now. Everything's good. Me and Baboon Lord are back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to check out my previous videos and check out part 1. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.